Hello everyone. This video is made for the International Conference on Research in Social Science and Humanities in ICRSSH University, Bangkok, February 4th to 5th, 2019. My paper is entitled Issues of Communication and Fatality in the sci-fi film Arrival, a transtextual analysis of semiotic squares. The reasons why I chose the topic is mainly because I'm interested in films, especially film adaptation. I always wonder why we usually find either good film or bad film, and rarely we find both, a good film from a wonderful short stories. So here we have two wonderful work of arts. The first one is a film adaptation by Denis Villeneuve, Arrival, that is adapted from a novella, Story of Your Life, by Ted Chiang. And as an addition, a transtextual analysis and semiotic squares, they may be the most common way of, the most common way to investigate our way of thinking, but using them in a Greek literature such as these two work of arts would reveal the problematic issues that create more meanings to the film. And here the objective of this study is basically to explain how Arrival has more meanings than the story. And my argument is that the critical issues of communication and fatality are the two important key factors in the transtextual analysis of semiotic squares in this film. And now, in my literature review, I am using transtextual analysis of Gerard Genette and semiotic squares by Greimas. Actually, there are 5 aspects in transtextual analysis, but I'm applying 3 of them because they are the most influential and essential aspects in this study. So they are paratextuality, metatextuality, and architextuality. Paratexts are film reviews written by journalists, producers, or critics around the film production, while metatexts are film criticism that is usually written by academic scholars after the film was produced. And the third aspect is architextuality, that is basically a title change and genre switch that can signal the operative adaptation. And the other theory used is Greimas' semiotic squares that basically maps the ideology and its concept as a dialogue between the narrative and the society reflected. So here I am using this map as is basically the phenomena happened in the narrative that is divided into S1 and S2, and they are in contrary to each other, and they are in and the other side here is tilde S, that is basically divided into 2 as well, tilde S1 and tilde S2, that is in contrary to each other. And if you see this line, so S1 is in contradictory to tilde S1, and here tilde S2 is in contradictory to S2, and here this side, tilde S2 and tilde S1, they give some implications to S1 and S2. So basically that's what we have in Greimas' semiotic squares. And now we move to the methodology, so how I collect the data. So basically it is from the origin novella of Story of Your Life by Ted Chiang and the film Arrival by Denis Villeneuve. I also analyzed the transtextuality of the film and the story, reviews, criticisms, DVD bonuses, and many other writings around the film and the story. And after that, I identified the problematic issues by using the semiotic squares of both the story and the film. And here are the findings. So I found 5 different problematic issues that include, this is the first one. The first one is the possibility of living simultaneously in the past and in the future. And the second problematic issue is related to the act of loving that can lead to death. And the third problematic is the way of communicating with aliens that may lead to empathy with death and trauma. And the fourth is the possibility that trust can build peace while doubt can create war. And the fifth one is the changes in simultaneity that bring freedom to the enactment of chronology. So basically these 5 problematic issues lead to 2 major issues of communication and human fatality that creates this pattern and its variation. So I would like to show you the example taken from the film.
There's a satellite here dialing China. Here? What do you mean here?
Okay.
Whose phone is it? It's your phone, sir. Search base camp now. Find out who's using that phone. Hold on to those coordinates. Yes, sir. I will never forget what you said. He told me my wife's dying words.
将军，我在美国君君，你为我做了的，
妻子也因凭这用
他说你拼切。
Found the source of the phone call. It's in the clean room. Waiting for instructions.
游戏来帮助拒绝。Changing to this link. Give me 20 seconds. Yo, trust me. Gotta be 20 seconds. You trust me. Okay. Trust me. 将军派出。
Got your backs? Look, drop the phone now or we shoot!
真正不拯救英雄，
Drop it!
Yeah. Sorry.
最后一个是挂光幕。
You are committing an act of treason.
Yes.
Drop it!
3、2、
Okay, so what we just watched is basically the example from the communication factor that is revealed in the international conflicts. And it happens, as you see, through the simultaneous events. And it only happens in the film, but not in the short story. And I believe that it was there because the film needs to set some dramatic and emotional effects as part of having the communication issues that involved a more visual and attractive way as part of the film's central attention. So this is the climax that takes place as soon as the ambiguous answer to the question why they are coming to Earth is revealed. So the phrase of her weapon, it creates miscommunication between the aliens and the human or the world led by General Shang. However, Louis, empathetic sharing, she succeeds in stopping the World War. And her way of performing this grandfather paradox in time travels shows her mind works as it is part of her memories that happens in the future. So this time loop that she experiences, it cannot be presented effectively, but basically it leaves a hole for the audience to fill out. So that's the example that I can show you. And in conclusion, here the non-linearity of time that happens both in the story and the film leads to unavoidable fatality. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have this chance to give you the example of how fatality works. But what happens in the future is not an option. We only need to accept it as it is, for no matter how hard we try to change it, the future is yet to happen exactly how it's supposed to happen. Yet communicating empathetically within ourselves is the key to devotedly welcome our self-determinism. And thus communication and fatality, these two key factors involved within oneself, are then revealed explicitly in the film, that include the actuality of alienation and war as a result of communication and human fatality issues. And I guess that concludes everything that I have to say. These are the works cited I'm using. Thank you very much for the attention, and I'm looking forward to any suggestions to improve the research. Thank you. Bye.